Today we're going to be talking about formulas and functions. A formula is pretty much where you're going to be telling Excel or your spreadsheet program what you want to do to any set of numbers. So let's say I wanted to add these numbers in this column right here. Well, what I would do is tell the spreadsheet that I wanted to start a formula or a function, and you always start them with an equal sign. So every time is going to be an equal sign before a formula or function. Otherwise, they'll just think you're typing in a number or letters. So you put in your equal sign, and then you want to put in what you want to do next. So the first thing you want to do is maybe you want to click on this one here, and it's going to put in B2. Okay, B2 is the reference to this cell. It's in column B, row number 2. So I'm going to do this. I click on it, then I hit plus, because I'm going to add these, and click on this one. I'm going to hit plus, and click on B4, and plus this one, plus this one. And just hit the Enter key, and it'll add them all up here. Now, in order to get credit for this, when I click on this cell, B7, for example, I want to see this exact formula in there. Now, this next one in C, it says add using a function. Well, a function is using like the sum or the average function to get your answers. It's a lot simpler in most circumstances, but it's good to know both ways because things don't always work out just that easy. So what I do is I'll click in the cell here, and remember, before we put in a function or a formula, you always start with the equal sign. And then we're going to start with this one, and then we want to sum these all up here. So I'm just going to type in word sum, and then say I want to sum these up, and hit enter or return, and you get the same answer, right? You add those up using a function or a formula. Averaging them is the same way, except that you're going to have a little bit more work to do with this one. In order to average, you have to add up all the numbers and divide by how many numbers you have. So in this case, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different numbers. So we're going to start with the equal sign, and then we click on this cell, plus this cell, plus this cell, plus this cell, plus this one. Now, if I just put in divided by 5 here, it's only going to divide D6 by 5. So if you remember your basic math functions, you need to have parentheses. Put a parenthesis around this. So it's going to add up all these numbers first, and then divide that total by 5 in this circumstance. So slash means divide 5. And I hit this, tells me that the average of all these numbers is 8.2. Okay, it's much simpler using a function because all you do is you go here. You can just go right on up to the function button and pull down average, highlight the cells you want to average together, and hit return. 8.2 again. Works every time. Next thing we do would be subtracting. I'm going to let you see if you can figure out how to do the subtracting. Remember to start with the equal sign and then start clicking on the cells you want. And you'll want to subtract these numbers. It'll be a negative number when you're done. Multiply these numbers using a formula. Finding the greatest. Okay, if we want to find the greatest, remember to find the greatest, we're going to find the max. Find the least. Go down here, remember, and then you're going to find minimum, all right? How many numbers are in this column, all right? So we're going to find what function will count how many numbers are in this column. Well, guess which one it is? It's count. So you're going to go down here, pull down count, highlight them. When you hit enter, it'll tell you how many numbers are in this row. All right, good luck with this, everyone. Try and work this one out on your own, and you shouldn't have any problems. If you do, feel free to come and find me.